Hello, I'm back. I'm up. I'm pacing. I just woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning. My son is up. He can't sleep. He has insomnia. And he's suffering with depression. Not all the time, but he has good days and he has bad days. He's like me. But we were talking, and we were talking about things, like just mental health and everything and stuff, and what he's going through and how he's feeling and everything, and he's pacing and I'm pacing and yeah. But he said something to me, and I'm like, shit. He was talking about a conversation we had when his friends were over, and I don't remember it. I don't remember his friends being around. So when I was in the UK, they asked me if I had missing time, and I was like, no, because at that point I didn't have missing time, but I hadn't been as traumatized as I am now. So, like, I'm guessing, and I am guessing, and I will have to talk to my psychiatrist about it, but I might have multiple personalities. It's like a trauma response. When something triggers the trauma, another personality will come out. Because I don't remember the day he's talking about. I don't remember the conversation, and I remember like all the days with my kids. So yeah, I didn't realise I was that traumatised. I mean, I know like there's a lot that my mind has blocked out. I know there's a lot that my mind has blocked out because of the visions. So, yeah. Fucking hell. And I'm not having the easiest of times. I'm not having the easiest of times. I'm pacing, I'm vaping, I'm like, I'm going through stress. John doesn't understand mental health, he doesn't understand mental health. So he can't understand what it's like being me. He sees me and I'm fucking happy, and I'm going through a hard time, and he's having a go at me and he's calling me lazy and stuff, and I'm like, I've been exhausted. I have been exhausted. I thought I had chronic fatigue because I was so fucking tired. When the kids got COVID, Lola and Zed got COVID, they tested positive. I mean, I was doing so many tests because, like, every time they had any sort of symptom, like a cold or anything like that, I couldn't take them into school because they were sick. So I had to get them tested. And then they tested positive one time. And I was like, oh, thank God for that. 2 weeks off. Like, oh my God. I can just go into fucking quarantine for 2 weeks. Like, thank fuck for that. You know, because I'm been fucking exhausted. You know, and I just sat in my pyjamas and just sat in my pyjamas. You know, like I feel like crying. I mean, I'll get these, like, vague memories back, kind of vague, of, like, me screaming and stuff, you know, because of the visions. But there's like, so much stuff I can't remember, because it's, like, your mind's way of coping with the trauma. It blocks it out. I mean, when I was younger, I used to write down, I had these little notebooks, and I used to write down my feelings and stuff in them. And I locked them away in a box. You know, I locked all that away in a box, so I didn't have to think about it. And I didn't think about it. You know, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about how I was feeling at that time. You know, I had my life, I had my kids. You know, they were my world. They still are my world. They will always be my world. You know. And to see your kids suffering. It's hard. It's really hard. You know, because you want to make them better. And all you can do is be there for them. You know, they're my babies. I mean, they are doing better. They are doing better. But it's still tough. It's still really tough. And now I'm like, so I have messing time. I mean, I remember when I was at college and I did a bit a module. I did health and social care, a national diploma in health and social care, and we did a bit of psychology, we did sociology, we did all these different things, and they showed us this video of this woman who had multiple personality disorder, and I was like, fuck, like, that shit's scary. You know, how you can get so traumatized that you create an alter ego. Well, I mean, I'll have to talk to my psychiatrist about it, you know, and see what he says. But you know, it's like when Zed kind of mentioned about this day that I don't remember, and my first feelings about it were like fucking shame. Feeling ashamed of myself, if that's what I've got. And I shouldn't feel that way. You know, I mean, you just keep soldiering on for your family. You know, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. You know, I struggle. I struggle with doing the dishes. I struggle with self-care. You know, I've gone out and brought myself bubble bath now, so I can take care of myself a bit better. Because I've been so fucking exhausted with like just having to keep going. What else can you do? You have to just keep going. You know, I pray like all the time. I fucking pray. I'm like praying for help and stuff. I'm praying for other people. Like, I see people suffering. I see people with like, you know, they look worried and stuff, and I'm like fucking praying for them. I see someone who's like in a bad mood or something, you know, and I'm like kind of saying to my angels, give that person a reason to smile, you know, give that person a smile. One of my friends in the bar, you know, she was feeling sad, she looked really sad and she didn't want to talk about it. And I said to my angels, I said, give her a reason to smile. And I hope they did. You know, I know I've got John's mum looking over us. It's fucking hard. It's fucking hard. Well, I mean, obviously I'll have to talk to my psychiatrist and tell him that I've got missing time. And see what he says. I'm not going to diagnose myself. I mean, it's weird here on Gozo. Like, it's been a hot summer. I mean, not like really hot. Not where I felt like, oh my God, I've got to go for a fucking swim. Maybe like 1 or 2 days, where I thought, fuck, I need to go for a swim. So it hasn't been that hot. It's been a lot more bearable, which is a fucking blessing. And like, everything on the island died off, because that's what it does every summer because of the heat. You know, there's no water, so everything dies off. It rained one day. We have 1 day of rain. And I'm driving around and there's all these flowers everywhere now. After 1 day of rain, I'm like, how the fuck is that even possible? Everything is really vibrant and green. All the trees are really green. The grass is really green. You know, we had another day of rain. It wasn't a day of rain. We just had like this fucking deluge. And the road turned into a river and stuff. Yeah. You know, I'm doing my best. I am doing my best. I'm giving it all I've got. You know, it's not amazing. It's really not amazing. Like, you know, some days I'm so fucking tired that I'll sleep in my clothes and wear the same clothes for a few days. Because I'm that fucking tired. Right now I've got my bath. So I've got my bubble bath, and Yvonne gave me some deodorant, and that's how I put the deodorant in the bathroom with the bath, so I can get out of the bath and dry myself and then put the deodorant on so I don't smell, because I think I was getting really smelly. Like, people are like, is that BO? Is that you? And I'm like, probably. Like, dude, I haven't fucking put deodorant on today. Like, I've just rolled out of bed and fucking got up and got on with things. You know, done my best that I can do. You know, like, my house isn't the tidiest. It isn't the fucking tidiest. You know, I struggle with the cleaning. I thought I had chronic fatigue because I was that fucking tired. And then I saw this dude posted on Facebook. He's like, I've got all this energy. I feel amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, universe, I could use some of that. And I went into the bar. And I'm fucking at the bar. And I'm like hanging out my ass. I am hanging out my ass. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get this burst of energy. And I'm like fucking dancing around. And I'm like, my energy's back. My energy is back. You know, I'm fucking happy and I'm dancing around. You know? I mean, it's a lot. It's a real lot to be going through. But, you know, they're like, everything happens for a reason. Like, you chose this for a reason, Elena. Okay. You know, I can accept that. And there's no shame in suffering with your mental health. There is no shame in suffering with your mental health. You know, most people will at some point, maybe, if that's what they've chosen in this lifetime, to have fucking bad days and good days. And that's okay. Okay. Alright. Bye bye.